Hey everybody, and welcome back to Fresh Set. I'm Sabrina,
And I'm Kevin.
and we're back. There's no
We're back.
race this weekend,
There is not.
but we're here.
Well, yeah.
But we're here. Before we jump into anything, just want to go through our usual spiel of if you're on social media, head over to social media and like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, star, all the things at Fresh Set Podcast on social media, and then wherever you get your podcasts, as well as YouTube at Fresh Set Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, all the things. Yeah, that's it. That was a quick one,
It's quick.
and I
Getting
didn't.
better at this.
Yeah, I didn't mess it up. All right. No race, but there's news. There's gossip. There's
There's some, yep,
rumors.
there's, as there always is,
Yeah.
and always should be,
Yeah.
to keep everybody talking
Yeah.
for a week at a time.
Yeah.
Uh, did you want to go to yours first, or would you like me to
What's
start? We
mine?
can just go in
Gucci?
between. Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't know. Sure, go with that.
Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci.
We talked
That's it.
about it.
On to the next thing.
Yeah. We talked about the rumors that Gucci was coming into Formula One, possibly heading over to the Alpine team to be a name sponsor. And
Yeah.
they officially announced it.
Yeah, basically replacing BWT as the title sponsor.
Yeah.
So whatever gives us this blue and pink, and it's official. It's official. Everything I hate about it
Yeah.
is official. If I see that whatever they look like links, chain
Yeah.
links or whatever, all over this car, I'm just gonna throw up. I've
It
already
won't
almost
be.
thrown up. I could see it. Listen,
It won't be.
there's so much like eh, it's like when we saw this year, last year, LVMH come into F1, and there is LVMH all
Everywhere.
over everything.
Yeah.
Now, all the trophies have to come out of the LVMH box. There's LVMH all over the side, the barriers. If we ever have a giant patch of grass, they just brand it with
Yeah.
LVMH.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
God, like it's just so it's. I feel like it's going to be. Is Gucci an LVMH brand? I
no.
don't believe so. No.
No. So that's what's going to be a little interesting because you have all the Louis Vuitton or LVMH branded stuff everywhere. Um, and then you're going to see Gucci. I don't think it's going to be as uh, gaudy is the word I was going to go for.
I no, I think that is the right word that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
However, I think the complete opposite, because everything Gucci does is let's put our brand or our logo or our symbol or our mini symbol and whatever it is
Fair.
over every single inch of every product we have, and then put a green, blue, or green, red, green band somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see it just being the backdrop for every other behind every other sponsor that they might have, which is I can't even see it here. It doesn't really matter because all you're gonna see is Gucci.
I can definitely see the green, white, and red stripe, which might
There's no
look.
white, green, red, green.
Isn't there white in like the little
No,
tiny
it's not
like?
the Italian flag. It's green, like red, green, and gold
I can see the stripe going down the car,
on the
which
wing.
which
I
could
can see it
look
going down the wing, like
could
it's
be on the
just the
wing.
wing
Yeah,
with a giant Gucci across it.
yeah. I think well, Gucci. I think they need to. They know what they're going into this with, right? Like they can't. Formula One is more of the elevated sport, the pinnacle sport, motorsport. I don't know if they can come in with a insanely branded Gucci car. Like they're gonna have to do it
Why can't
discreetly.
they? No,
I
no.
I don't I don't know.
I think they absolutely can. If F1 management lets LVMH run, basically diarrhea all over their track, Gucci can do whatever they want to their car. I
I just don't see them doing it. I don't see them
I
going.
I 1,000%.
Do you?
Yes, yes.
Like
Okay,
you
we're
see the
talking
concept
about.
cars that we've seen, the AI ones.
Oh yeah, yes, I've seen the AI ones, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the identity of these luxury brands. They have to brand and they want to stand out
Yeah.
against all the other competition. So they're going to make it as outlandish and stand out ish, which is not a word, but I know that. Don't nobody yell at me. Shut the fuck up. As possible. And so they're going to try to outdo something. I just feel like there is such a narcissistic point of view when it comes to luxury brands that they just can't help themselves. They just
Yeah.
can't. They just can't. And they'll convince themselves that it looks good.
I mean, I would like to come back to this in a year when you see the like unveiling of the Gucci car and you're like, it's like blacked out and you're like, I like this car. I like this car.
No, because I can tell you right now, even if it's blacked out, it'll be like a matte black or it'll be a shiny black, either way. But then the inverse will be the Gucci symbol all over it. And so
Yeah,
you're still gonna
inside,
see it. Yeah, you're still gonna see. Oh, if they make a seat that is
that's kind of cool,
wrapped in
actually.
Gucci. No, it's terrible. It feels like it should be on display in like Drake's house, who I can't stand either.
Yeah,
Uh, so
yeah,
it
fair.
just makes it worse. For me, anyways, you
Yeah.
might like it. I think we're gonna have differing opinions on this.
I don't love
I'm
the
I'm
like I
I'm
don't love the
afraid
brown
of what,
pattern Gucci, but like the one you're talking about, the links, I don't
yeah,
like
like
that
like the
pattern.
clutch purses and
Yeah.
the shoes and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not a fan of that, but I mean a plain black Gucci purse, cool. But again, is
I
it
just
going to be a plain
I
black Gucci car? No, it's not.
no. I don't think. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to be able to stand. They're gonna want to stand out more than that,
Yeah. Yeah,
especially when a larger competitor is the major sponsor for the
for the
sport in general.
sport. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they are going
yeah.
to have some competition. It'll be interesting to see what they do. It'll be interesting to not see um this pink and blue because I mean before Alpine was pink and blue, they were Renault, which was yellow. So they've always
Yellow and black,
been these bright
a
colors.
stark color. Yeah,
Yeah, on
and we
track.
also had Racing Point, which was pink. We had
Right.
a Pepto Bismol. So we've
Yeah.
always had, not always, but in recent years, we've had something that
Yeah.
was very much a standout car, which we
Yeah.
don't really have right now,
Yeah. I mean
unless it's the Ferrari Reds
maybe they'll continue with the standout and it's just going to be printed Gucci all
on
over,
pink.
like you said.
I think yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I think that red, that like that maroonish almost, that really
Hmm.
deep red and that like forest green is going to play a prominent role
Oh yeah.
somewhere.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%. I just
Which I don't mind. I don't mind the combination of red and green if it's done well.
yeah,
Um,
doesn't look
maybe that's
like a Christmas tree.
well, that's my Portuguese bias.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I think there's going to be a lot of gold in there too, and I think I don't know that they're not gonna have that brown color.
I will say the memes have been hilarious. The memes, the AI images of like Colin
Oh,
Pinto and
have you?
Gasly been in
Yes,
this in
yeah.
the suit.
With the grills and the
Yeah.
tats and everything, just
It
decked
looks
out in Gucci, their
great.
new racing suits. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
By the way, actually,
looks great.
speaking, let's get away from this because I hate this topic. Have you seen the
Yeah.
suits?
Charles Leclerc's
You've
suit.
seen the suits. Well, it's going to be the Ferrari
Yeah.
suit. It's not just for Charles.
Yeah.
I have to say, yes, I still don't love the giant HP branding.
Yeah.
So this is a Monaco one-off suit. Very Monaco. It is white and red,
Yeah.
predominantly white. Sorry. But For some reason on this suit, that blue doesn't stand out as much. Maybe
It
because it's against a
doesn't.
white backdrop.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out. I did notice that. I mean, there's one thing with Ferrari. They have good race, like whenever they do a design, a special livery, and oh, we're going to do something special, the car fails every time. The
Yes.
suits
Or it's just absolutely just
the suits are always good. Like whenever
yeah.
they when they did the Monza suits a couple years ago, with the yellow,
Even their
so good.
yes. And they had the
Um,
black one with the yellow.
yeah, the
The
the light
they
blue
had
one
even when
wasn't bad. But
before Carlos Sainz last year, where they had that subtle white and yellow stripe across the suits.
yeah,
It's great.
yeah,
But it was always that like throw up of HP on it everywhere you can find it. Now we
yeah.
haven't seen the back of this. I didn't see the back of the suit.
No, I
What
didn't
I
see the
really
back.
want is the Puma shoes. Those things look absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I'm racing anywhere, but
Yeah, it's a good suit. This one,
yeah.
and again, it's Monaco inspired. So hopefully it.
It makes me wonder if we're gonna get a special livery. Maybe a white Ferrari with some red accents.
Oh, that would be a shock.
That
Who's
would
is there?
be. I
Are there
mean,
any white cars right
there are
now?
lots of white Ferrari. Yes, there is the Visa Cash App. It's
Oh,
predominantly white,
yeah, true.
and half of the Cadillacs are white.
Yeah,
They have that white to black fade.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, really cool suit. So we'll see if they do end up doing a further delivery. McLaren
Oh,
released
and
a.
Haas is predominantly white. Sorry.
Oh yeah, McLaren did release a um, Monaco
1000
livery
GP.
as well.
Yeah.
Um, Still orange and black.
It's orange and black. There are some, and it just says in a couple of different spots 1000, whatever. It's they're just celebrating their 1000 GP.
Yeah,
Nothing totally out of. I mean, if they didn't say it was a special livery, we probably wouldn't notice until it was race day and be like,
yeah.
oh, that's different.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Did they do something? You do something different here?
Paint job is
Uh,
slightly different, but
yeah. Um, yeah. So that was our news about Gucci, which led into
Gucci, yeah,
some.
which let it go, yeah, yeah.
You got away from that real quick.
I had to.
Yeah.
So mad.
Speaking of Monaco, oh,
Okay, yeah,
speaking of
no,
Monaco.
go ahead. Good, no, absolutely
So
not.
speaking of Monaco, I actually saw a little, I think it was like a Reddit talking about this, and it was about Monaco, and everybody complains about Monaco. It's boring. It's a boring race. It's a slow race. Nothing happens. And I saw an interesting take, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
And it basically said, because I understood where it was coming from, and I was like, huh, when you think about it like that. Um, it was that Monaco qualifying is the best qualifying on the grid of the year.
Of course it is.
Because
It
and
has to be.
it has to
Because it
be.
has to be.
Yeah, and I was like, I never thought about it like that because you always think Monaco, oh, wherever you start is going to be whatever. But that's what makes it interesting is
Mhm.
that's what and how many times have we seen people mess up in a Monaco
Yeah.
qualifying?
And not even just it's more it's also because it is a 100% pure street track.
Yeah.
You barely have enough space for two cars to get through. So any little mistake is magnified. We have
Yeah.
seen countless cars hit walls during races during qualifying.
Yeah.
It just any little mistake is magnified.
And nobody is spared. Championship drivers have
No, not
made
at all.
multi-year championship drivers. But it was just an interesting, I was like, they said that Monaco is the best qualifying that you'll watch all year. And I was like, you know what? I mean, there's some
Yep.
great tracks for qualifying, but this one I think is kind of, because
Yeah.
a lot of times we
Well,
know how it's going to unfold based off the qualifying. So,
yeah, I mean, basically where you start on the grid is where you're going to finish, usually, unless you're Ocon, you take out your teammate, or try to take out your teammate.
yeah.
But
Something
Um,
drastic happens during the
something
race.
drastic happens. Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
Latifi on track, whatever. Um, so,
Yeah.
but usually where you finish or where you start on the grid is where you're going to finish. So qualifying is massively important.
Yeah.
I think the largest complaint isn't necessarily Monaco. I mean, there's always been good races in Monaco. Yes, Monaco's always been a qualifying track, but there's
Yeah.
been a lot in previous generations. You even see it in Formula E, where, or was it Formula E, Formula 2? Cars can pass when they're smaller,
Oh
when
yeah.
they're more agile.
Yeah.
I think the complaint was more so about the generation of cars. Now, we haven't seen this generation of cars, which is it's slightly smaller.
Yeah.
Is it going to make an impact? Probably not.
Probably not.
Um, but I mean, it could. It might make people a little more, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? A little more apt to try make that pass.
Hmm.
If they, if they feel they have an extra 3 inches of room, who couldn't use an extra 3 inches? So
I saw that coming. I
that's
saw
what
it.
she said.
Oh my god.
Walked right into that one, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so yeah, it is. It is. You're absolutely right, and I think that's 100%. It is the best qualifier you're going to see because the stakes are so high. Because that
Yeah.
is basically what your points are going to be for Sunday.
Yeah.
Are we going to see better racing? I think we might. I think
I
we
agree with
might
that.
because your battery is not going to come into play as much in Monaco as it is going to in other races.
Yeah.
We don't have those long straights where you're about to deplete all your battery. We're going to have a lot of. I think it's going to be more so coming down to what can your ICE, your internal combustion engine, do throughout the race versus your battery pack. We got a couple of they're not even long sections. It's a 3 kilometer track. It's the most amount of laps we see throughout the season. It's 78 laps for this. So it is the smallest track. I believe it's the smallest track.
Yeah.
And it's only a minute 12
Yeah.
through, well, it's the fastest lap time ever. But it's minute 13. Race pace, you're probably in the minute 15s, maybe minute
Yeah.
16s, right? So,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see. I think this generation of cars is going to fare better in Monaco than it will on probably in any other track.
Yeah. Assuming there's no rain this coming weekend, because
Well,
once
that
we get rain in Monaco, everything goes to shit.
say that, but there's also a lot of braking zones, and we have had a massive amount of lockups
Yeah.
due to just the setup of the cars. So who
Yeah.
knows? We
Yeah.
also could see a lot of people in the walls.
Yeah, and I mean that's something that if you think about with qualifying as well, there's been a ton of scenarios over the years where two people are on a fast lap and someone ahead crashes. Red flags the session. There's not much time left, and then
You have to
whoever
red
was
flag
on
the
their
session
fast
because
lap,
yeah,
it's done.
there's nowhere else to
Um,
go.
yeah, so it's it's a tricky track. I know it's really gotten a lot of heat in the last couple of years for being boring. I agree with you. I think this is gonna be, especially a qualifying people are gonna want to watch.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know if Kimmy's getting pole here or George, to be honest, and not because of Mercedes, whatever they've got going on, which you're gonna talk about in a little bit, but
I'm gonna
I
give
don't see Mercedes on pole here.
I'm gonna give you some betting odds here. Okay,
Okay.
qualifying. We're gonna set the line at 2.5 people into a wall, cars into a wall, like cars into a wall, and their race is done. Maybe they can limp back around, but cars
Race
into
is
a
done or
wall.
qualifying's done?
Qualifying. We're talking about qualifying. Yeah, throughout qualifying, I'm giving you 2.5, so you can either pick an over or an under. We're gonna see 2 or less, or 3 or more.
I'm going three
The
or
safer
more.
one for me to say would have been 1.5, but you're gonna think 3 or more. You're gonna take the over.
I'm taking
All
the
right,
over.
that's okay. All right. Ooh, I think we're gonna get about 2. I think we're gonna be close. I think we're gonna have a couple of scares. Then we're gonna have 2. That's why I said it at 2.5.
I think Alonso's in a wall,
Uh,
just because that's been consistent and this
mhm.
this season. I think one of the front runners a
Interesting because
Mercedes.
I say a Mercedes is in the wall. I
I'm saying a
feel like a
Mercedes,
Mercedes in the wall.
a
We've
Ferrari.
seen
Uh,
a massive amount of lockups from both
yeah,
Mercedes this year.
yeah,
So I feel like one of them is pushing just because they have to, because
yeah,
they know what it means to qualify ahead of your rival.
yeah,
And one of them locks up and hits a wall, and their qualifying is done.
yeah.
Now there's a massive amount of damage or whatever, but their qualifying is done.
Yeah, they just won't be able
Yeah,
to figure
yeah,
it out or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying I'm actually going a Mercedes. I said Ferrari, but I'm actually going a Mercedes or a McLaren. Fernando
But you
Alonso.
picked the over. We're gonna remember this for
Yeah,
next week. You picked the over.
Fernando
Okay,
Alonso, a Mercedes or a McLaren, and then somebody else.
fair
That's my.
enough.
But again, I'm still picking the
We'll
over.
see. We'll see
Um,
what the stakes are afterwards, but
yeah,
yeah. All
yeah.
right, all right.
All right. Well, anyways, our
We'll
Monaco
see.
news.
That's our Monaco news.
Yeah.
A couple of rumors just because we'll talk about it, but doesn't mean there's any bias to it or anything
Yeah.
substantial to it. Uh, there are rumors that Cadillac could be without either of their drivers
Yeah.
for next year, or even possibly one of them
This
this year.
year.
Um, there's been rumors that Valtteri Bottas' seat has been under threat. Um, now, rumors are that the team is disappointed by his performance. I think they should look, if they're basing their performance on their other driver who has seemingly performed well. We'll put that in quotation marks. Um, I mean, they've had. See, it's interesting that this has come out now after Sergio Perez had a decent Canada Grand Prix.
He did.
It is, I believe, an anomaly in the racing season, unless all other cars crash out.
Yeah.
Um, it's. I think you can't blame one driver when your whole car is shit. It's just not fair,
Yeah.
right? But either way, there are rumors that Colton Herta might be able to take his place. Um, Cadillac has since come out, I believe, and said that there is no validity to that rumor, but we've seen that before. Uh, so
Yeah.
who knows? It could just be a PR thing. Either way, there's that, but also then there's also the rumor that Sergio Perez could leave Cadillac. Not several teams on the grid are impressed by his performance. Again, this also came out after a decent Canada Grand Prix, so who knows how much validity there is to any of this rumor. But he also brings a lot of money to a team, so that is attractive. If I could see it, if another of a team's drivers is either not performing well or intent on leaving for something else,
Yeah.
which you could think, Ocon, probably his days are numbered at Haas. I mean, Lance Stroll's not going anywhere unless he decides to.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that would fit in, but
Yeah.
I think
And
that's all bullshit too.
I also just don't. Perez is somebody that's been around for a while. He's been on different teams. I don't know if he's done enough for one of these other teams to poach him. Like you said, he
Yeah,
brings a lot of money to a team.
I can see him
But
wanting to leave.
100%. I just don't see like Gucci Alpine uh
I can see him
coming
going there.
and being like, "Hey, we want you." You know, like I can't see Red Bull being like, "Hey, come back." I don't see
Mhm.
Visa Racing
I think
Bulls
there's
doing the same thing.
absolutely not Red Bull. I don't think he ever
Yeah.
goes even to a Mercedes, not with the caliber.
No.
He's not going to McLaren.
No.
Maybe a Williams if Sainz goes somewhere else.
And that's a big if.
But they've already signed with that last season, so like,
Yeah.
where's all this extra money go? Well, I mean, they'll take whatever money they can,
Yeah.
but um, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know how much there is to that. I don't think it's going to happen for 2027. I think he's going to stay in that seat in 2027.
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Was his contract a 1 year?
I don't know if it was a 1 or a 1+1.
Hmm. Okay. He's
I
probably sick
don't
of a one
remember.
plus one contract.
Yeah, I don't believe it was a 2. So it's a 1 or a 1+1, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's just the rumors that, nobody really cares about because it's Cadillac.
Yeah. And
Um,
I mean,
we're going to get the comment. Brian does care. Sorry. So,
and I
but,
mean, I think you read one of the articles that said that Sergio Perez has significantly been outdoing Bottas.
okay.
What's significant? What does that mean? Because you're
Significance of
still
shit is still shit.
like, yeah,
0 divided by 0 is 0. Like, what do you want? Like, they
you're
still have no
still at
points,
the
I
back.
believe.
Yeah. I think
Pretty
it's
sure.
them and Aston Martin that do
I
not
mean,
have
that's a
points.
pretty safe guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's them and Aston Martin with 0.
2 Cadillacs, 2 Aston Martins, and Nico Hulkenberg are the only ones with 0 points.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't know what that significant is. So, um, but then it's kind of like, where does a rumor like that start? I mean, did somebody see Colton Herta talking to F1 ball? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, where do these things come up? For Cadillac to come out and be like, no, 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 we didn't say that, or that's not what it means, or,
I'm not even sure why I said that he had a good showing in Canada because his suspension exploded. He DNF'd. I believe he was in 11th at one point.
I was going to say,
Something.
he
He
did,
was in 11th. Valtteri Bottas did finish ahead of Sergio Perez in
yeah,
16th
based
because he
off
was
a
last of all
DNF.
runners, and Sergio Perez was the last of the DNFers. So
Yeah,
he just edged him out.
yeah. I
But
don't,
anyways,
yeah, anyways, enough of Cadillac.
that's that. Yeah, who cares? One significant piece of news for Monaco,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of the reasons why I think that it might be a little more interesting, especially when we get to qualifying. Mercedes engine compression trick has been banned for Monaco. So we talked about it earlier in the year. The pistons that drive the internal combustion engine were set to a compression ratio of 16:1. So this is the pistons within the engine that push air or whatever they push. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. Either way, they were usually only tested in a cold state. So Mercedes used a metal that expands when this warms up, which gave them during race conditions expanded to 18:1. So it was pushing more air or fuel or whatever it pushes, giving it more power, roughly about 30 to 50 horsepower for the engine. Now, this was not expressly the materials they use for their pistons and the state in which they test all these components of the engine were all complied with. But FIA has now banned this compression trick from Monaco forward.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it for the fact that it brings the competition closer together.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like it because the FIA is now going back and like, fuck, you outsmarted us because we didn't put it in the rules beforehand. If you want to make it a rule change in 2027, make it a rule change in 2027.
Yeah.
Don't make it a rule change 5 races in. When now you realize, holy shit, for the next 19 races, it's not going to be fun and we're going to lose viewership. And so we're just going to screw somebody over for having, let's face it, an
Figured it
ingenious
out.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I still don't agree with this. Like you just said, I don't agree with just changing the rules all of a sudden. Again, Mercedes
If
is
it's a
not
safety thing, fine.
right. Yeah.
If it's a performance thing, it's completely different.
And Mercedes is not winning by 25 seconds off second or off third. Like they are
No,
having to
but
fight these wins that they're having. I mean, yes, they've been winning, but
they are fighting
having to
off these
fight.
wins. But I mean, we're looking at things like I think and I'm not even saying it's more so. Yes, they're only winning by 12 seconds, or 13 seconds once they get into a track where they can get some clean air. The first 5 laps, 6 laps, once that engine is, excuse me, warming up, and those pistons are starting to expand. Yeah, okay, it doesn't make much of a difference. But once they get through that initial fighting phase, they're kind of on their own.
Yeah.
And I get where, especially the teams at the back. I mean, we saw lapping by lap 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
Last I
Lap
was gonna say
10. Yeah.
last episode, last Grand Prix. Yeah, it was really early. I mean, there was a significant gap between the back of the pack and the front of the pack.
Yeah.
But there is always going to be that significant gap.
Yeah.
You're gonna Now people aren't going to be lapped twice in a race. They're going to be lapped once,
Yeah.
maybe. So, yeah, I don't like this. It's very clearly about the money,
Hmm.
which I don't like. Same reason I don't like Gucci. It's very clearly about the money and not about the quality of the team.
Yeah.
Because you can't punish a team for, and I've said this before, for ingenious innovation, which is what Formula One has always been about,
Yeah. It's literally what it is.
right?
You guys figure it out.
Build the best engine, build the best aero,
Yeah.
do what you got to do it within the regulations.
Yeah.
Best team wins.
Yeah. Whoever figures it out wins. That it's
Yeah,
as simple as that. And I mean, we've gone through eras of one team being significantly more dominant than the rest of them because they figured out something with their car. 2019 and 2020, Lewis and Valtteri just kind of jockeyed back and forth of wins. One team. They were both on Mercedes. So that's what's happening again now. McLaren did it last year with Oscar and Lando. Oscar and Lando. Like, it happens.
and these are regulations that, okay, the, they started the last set of regulations in 2022.
Yep.
They've also, while looking at 2022's regulations, they started on the regulations so engine manufacturers can get other stuff in order and what they have to build up until 2026. They've been building these engines since 2024, probably working on it.
Yeah.
There was never a problem. There was never an issue. This was never a thought. Now all of a sudden we got this big problem, and I feel like it's more so they're trying to hide the fact that they've created a problem with the 50/50 ice
Yeah.
and internal combustion engine and power unit. Whereas, okay, well, now somebody else has figured out both teams have the two major teams have figured something out that the FIA hasn't figured out.
Hmm.
Ferrari has figured out their starts by using a smaller turbo engine,
Yeah.
and Mercedes has figured out something that they can use materials that haven't been banned for whatever reason to create a better engine, better functioning engine.
Yeah.
If you can't figure that out, it is simple physics. And I'm not a
Yeah.
physicist, but metals expand and contract based on heat and cold.
Happens in our cars.
Simple. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Happens in everything in life, no matter
Yeah.
what material it is. Some materials expand more within heat and contract with less within certain cold temperatures.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. People know that. Everybody knows that. So when you have a room of engineers, chemists, whatever you want to, who are physicists and all these other things, the people that create all these regulations and consult on all these things, maybe it's a thought that, hey, you could probably, I guarantee they know what does what in a vehicle and in a
Yeah.
car and in
Job.
an engine. I mean, that's what they've done their whole
Yeah.
fucking lives, throughout all their education, all that stuff. If you didn't think about it, that's on you.
Yeah. It's simple. Like, end of story. Like, I don't know why teams have to be penalized for stuff that was legal and then halfway through the season you're like, no, we're just gonna change that rule. Changed at the end
And
of
I'm
the
not
year.
exactly. I'm not a Mercedes fan. but this is a real swift kick in the nuts to just the spirit of the sport, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All that to say,
Yeah.
watch qualifying for
Yes.
Monaco.
Because it is going to be, imagine that though. Imagine going to qualifying now. Now your car is probably going to feel quite a bit different
Yeah.
and react quite a bit different.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what that they might both go in the wall. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like, and again, knowing nothing and never being in a Formula One car, I feel like the car's almost going to feel heavy. Like
Probably.
as
Well, if
they're
you're
used to it being like
yeah,
it's smooth and moving around corners, other than when they're locking up, they're making moves that other teams aren't able to make. I would imagine it's not
those
going to feel pretty good.
well, they're both in if you're cutting out 35 to 50 kilometers or horsepower in your engine, your braking points, not that the spot you're braking is going to be different, but it could change because of the speed of your car and the top speed and how fast you
Yeah.
can get there or how fast you need to or long you need to slow down or less. It's I agree with you. I feel like to them it's going to feel a little bit more sluggish in that car.
Yeah.
And so we are going to have some, I feel, some really good George radios
Yeah. Yeah.
when he's coming to play.
And I think some good Max and like McLaren radios in response to like George struggling on track, like the
Yeah,
George radios. I can see there's going to be a domino effect of funny radios to go along.
yeah.
But with that said, could be a good weekend for Ferrari, who is great off the starts. Um,
And who's
yeah,
been really good in qualifying as well.
yeah. I mean, Ferrari on 1-2.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
All right. Well,
No.
I put it out there.
Yeah, I'm not taking that bet.
Ferrari 1-2. All right. I think that's it.
That's it.
That's it for a week
Nice and
off.
easy. Yeah.
But we'll be back next week with a review of the Monaco Grand Prix and with the
The
Ferrari
Monaco
1-2
qualifying.
Monaco
Yeah.
qualifying. Yeah.
The second consecutive George crash out,
Yeah. Here for it.
freak out, whatever you want to call it.
Here for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see you guys next time.
Sure will. Grab a fresh set.
Bye.